Hi, and welcome to our podcast, Good Deeds, Real Estate with a Mission. My name's Diane Davidson from the Fine Homes Group at Keller Williams. This is my partner, Bill Weidecker, also from the Fine Homes Group at Keller Williams.
Well, hello.
Hello. So part of the our tagline, our whole tagline, Real Estate with a Mission. We never really talk about what that mission is. Obviously, our main mission is to help people buy and sell homes, right? And in a way that's as stress-free as possible for them. But that also funds some other missions. So we want to have one as a team. And I want to talk about a larger one that Keller Williams started in 2009 to honor Mo Anderson, who was the first female president of a real estate franchise, for her birthday in May. It is now every second or third Thursday in May. It's called Red Day, which is, we love our acronyms at Keller Williams, Renew, Energize, and Donate. And it's really an initiative to give back in the communities that we serve and the communities that support us. So kind of full circle. So Red Day, we've done things in New Hampshire, like do the spring cleanup at Camp Foster for the Boys and Girls Club. Down in Boston, we have done drives for food banks. We most recently, the last few years, have done gardening and spring cleanup in a park in Roxbury, and this year in a beautiful historic museum in Roxbury. So it's really every Keller Williams franchise donates their time and their resources in different ways, but the one commonality is that it's giving back to their community, and it's really quite heartwarming. And I just wanted to take a minute to read excerpts from a letter that a woman sent. She has a challenging family life, and 16 of the Keller Williams agents or employees were dispatched to her home, to her property, and she was there to watch it all, to clean it up and make it beautiful. Something that she's not been able to do for years and years, if maybe ever. And so I'm just going to read a few lines from the page-and-a-half letter. I'm still overwhelmed, and it's the day after. There were 16 enthusiastic volunteers. I followed them around, but I still miss much that they did. Using their own initiative, they chose hard chores, and I never would have asked for. The pile of crumpled thin metal from an old arbor disappeared. I just noticed its absence this AM. The 2 fallen trees from Christmas time are sawed up and added to my wood pile to beat the horrible oil bills. My messy weed growth all along my front rock wall has disappeared. A man named John and his teenage son sawed and even mowed. I met a young man, less than 19 years old, who let me take his arm, and I had to show him my newest discovery in a tree. It appears as an apple, but I've never seen long branches with flowers blooming. Almost sounds like the universe was putting on a special show, right? Skip a little. My land is now completely cleaned. I never expected it. I'm so happy and relieved. My body doesn't like me kneeling and dislikes me bending over to weed. Like my father, I'm very hard of hearing with loss of music, which I had listened to all day long. But the gardeners have sustained me. I'm not alone because all my perennials and bushes, but the gardens have sustained me. Because all my perennials and bushes have drawn me to so many with animals and birds. I'm content. You have always sent me such wonderful people to help me out. You restore my faith in humankind. I've loved every one of them. Anyway, that's
Touching.
what it's all about. So I wanted to take some time to, if it's okay, talk about our specific mission on our team, which we've called FHG Gives Back for a long time. It's going to be changed now because we're becoming a 501c3, so that we can expand our reach, and people who we'll just cut to the chase because you want me to. So,
No, I back to just one thing about Red Day.
Yeah.
If you have 100 volunteers in our market center, and they give somewhere around 4 hours of their time, that's 400 man hours. And if you think of the 40-hour work week, that's 2.5 months worth of volunteer work done in that one morning.
Yeah.
And there are lots of organizations that are charitable organizations that just don't have the wherewithal of their people in their own employ to do that kind of work, and we step in. And I don't know of another organization that does what we do, and it makes me proud, it makes me happy, and I know it fulfills a special need in the community that people that are paying attention say they're not only a corporation that's participating in the community. They are corporate citizens that are giving back as well, and it's just a great day. But our mission is,
Should you choose to accept it. Right.
our mission on our Fine Homes Group team is, as it should be, a bit smaller, but also fulfills a really valuable need.
So, I'm
Go
going to
ahead.
start about the whole, the progression of our, what is currently FHG Gives Back, but was going to be a legitimate 501c3 any minute. The papers have been up in the pile in the desk in Concord, New Hampshire, getting approved. So it will be an official nonprofit. And honestly wanted to do that for many years, because every year that when we award our scholarships, there are people who want to, sort of write checks and donate, because the stories are so moving, and we haven't really been able to, we didn't have that vehicle, so we're pretty excited about that. Anyway, it started in, I think, 2016. We were having a client appreciation party at Canoe, Miss Canoe, and we just decided, modeled after the Keller Williams Agent Appreciation Evening, where a child of a Keller Williams agent or employee was granted a scholarship at that time for $1,000. I think it's now $5,000 or $10,000 every year. So we had, I don't even remember how we publicized it, but we had Bedford applicants. I don't think we were doing other towns at that point, and we granted a $1,000 scholarship to one, Kaylee O'Keefe, actually. The following year, we put the requests out for applications and got, I want to say, over 50. I think that was the year we got over 50. And we started reading them. I don't know if you probably remember, we started reading them, and there was no way to choose one. So we chose maybe 5 that year, 6, 7. It's all a bit of a blur, but each year it's grown. And after a couple of years, we decided to sort of legitimize or make it measurable, make it feel like, make people have people understand that they could participate, that by supporting our team, a little bit like Tom's. I like to say that Tom's aren't necessarily beautiful shoes, but it makes people feel good to know when they buy a pair that a pair is being donated. So you and I came up with an amount, which is $100 for every transaction that we put aside to award these scholarships. And we've awarded as much as, I think, $18,500 one year. And this year will be $13,600, although oftentimes the night of the event, you and I look at each other and say, I want to give that one a little more. One year we just doubled them. We surprised everybody and doubled them. So the point is that over the years, we're close to $100,000 that we, as our little team, has given out to local youth who are improving their future, right? They're pursuing some sort of training or education after high school. And we also have one special scholarship that's awarded after Bill Sheehan, who's been on our team. He was a beloved teacher at Trinity before he stepped into real estate, and he actually approached us with a need of somebody who wasn't a graduating high school student. And so we decided every year to look for somebody who didn't fit into that mold of senior going on to further their education or their training. So this year we had 91 applications. We were just about to announce the winners, to the winners. And in addition, we decided many years ago to award $500 to a Manchester Community Music School attendee, current student, that pays for about a year of the program for them, after we were very moved by a concert that a friend took us to. So anyhow, so that's what's going on with our initiative on our team, and I just wanted to share that because I think it's important to know that the people who you do business with are in some way giving back, and it's our hope that that this inspires other people to do the same. I know most, if not all, people at Keller Williams do in all different ways, and we appreciate all of the support from our clients who've helped us do this for local youth. That's all I have to say about it.
Well, it's plenty, first of all. But I would also say, the other nice thing about this event is that most of the children that receive some scholarship money may receive it in other formats, usually at the high school.
Mm-hmm.
And they do it in and around an after-school event. And it's usually in a gymnasium or a cafeteria, and they, the different civic organizations have an envelope and they hand the child the check. The child walks up, takes the check, and sits back down, and that's it. And our event is, I think, much more special than that, because we get a chance to hear from these kids what makes them tick, what they believe about the future, what they've learned in their life so far, and it's very heartwarming. It's a good event to attend. We all often have clients that come year after year and come to look forward to it. And we ask our clients to come because we want it to be a big deal for those kids receiving the
Absolutely.
money.
Yep.
We want it to be like, and their families, because the children bring their families, and the families, this is unlike any other event that I've been involved in, and I just feel like it's a great evening for them. It's a celebration for the family, and their kids.
And their friends too, right?
Sure.
Remember last year when we gave out the sort of the special scholarship, that a bunch of friends were there. So it was done under the auspices of honoring Bill Sheehan, who was a teacher at Trinity.
Mhm.
When in fact, so they thought they were being there to support Bill Sheehan, the recipient thought that they were all there to surprise Bill Sheehan, when in fact they were all there to surprise her. It was really, I love that stuff. But I have to say, you do an amazing job interviewing these kids. It's really, it's heartwarming, it's entertaining, their stories are so inspirational, and there are many kids and many families of those kids who are against under great adversity in their lives, achieve wonderful things. So I'm looking for it June 1st. So in case anyone who's listening didn't receive or open their Evite.
It's a couple of weeks away.
Yeah, 2 weeks away. Yep. So June 1st at Fratello's with valet parking, and there is no ask other than, would you like another glass of wine or something to eat?
Yeah.
And please sit down and please don't talk.
Yeah, there's no, we don't have the mechanism to accept
Exactly.
donations,
Not
so
yet.
we don't, yeah, so we just, we'd love for you all to come.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's it. Anyway, it's this stuff's a pleasure for us, right?
Indeed.
So thanks for listening or watching. Please be sure to follow us on your favorite podcast platform, or subscribe to our YouTube channel.